right. All right, well, this is going to be a bit different because usually my Patreon thing is, my live stream feed is full of people. So I guess I'm going to be a little bit more quiet than usual, but I'll be able to answer any of you guys' questions if you're hanging around. Just announce your presence and I will get back to you because looks like there's only a few people here maybe. Mischief isn't, hold on guys, just let me get that loaded up. I thought I had everything set up, and then oh shit. Oh no, it's pointing to the wrong mic. Just give me a second here. Preferences? Okay. Almost ready. Almost ready. Oh, he's coming in. Slide him up. There we go. All right. And click this button. There we go. Okay. Where's the chat feed now? Okay. All right, guys, can you hear me? What's going on, guys? Stefan. Oh, hey, man. By the way, yeah, just send me your address whenever you got a chance. I'll remail it to you and make sure it's really well protected. There's only been a couple people that got back to me and said that a prints got crushed in the mail. It's kind of unfortunate. So, and hey, the Minute Hour. What's up, man? How you doing? And Crispy, Andrew. Hey, and Nikita. A lot of people here actually, more than I was expecting, because you know, just posting on Patreon there to get some people, like an exclusive kind of stream, so that it'll be a little more chill than usual, you know. Because usually I'm answering like the same question like 20 times in a row, and I'm sure that gets kind of boring after a while for some of you guys who've been around for a while. Let me just do something real quick here. Okay. So I can see now. There's 11 people. Okay. So, hey, that bloody squirrel. So I'm gonna be doing some 3D stuff, and you can see, I guess, my process for getting some things done in 3D. Hopefully it doesn't, it works okay with me, because it's the first time I'm doing this on a Mac, so even my mischief character there is kind of flickering. I gotta figure out what's going on with that, but for now it should be alright. I think if you put some sort of delivery to door sticker on it, they shouldn't shove it in the mailbox again. Okay. Yeah, I'll put something on it that says like don't crush or don't fold, or you would think they would have known just from the fact that it's like in a cardboard hard sleeve sort of thing, but you know. Okay, I'm gonna just see if I can do this with my Wacom tablet, because it might be a little bit more comfortable. That mailman has a it's peaked in terms of laziness. Man, that's not good. If he's, I'll read your message later. I didn't read it, but yeah, that sucks. You know what? I can't do this with the Wacom tablet. So I can send you a picture of what else you shoved in there and how big the mailbox is. That's not good, man. I should probably you should talk to your post office and see if you can get them to tell them to stop doing that, because that's crushing your mail. It's not good. Yeah, I gotta get this thing set up properly. The mischief is kind of flickering everywhere. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be able to continue doing the little animated mischief in the corner unless they fix the bugs, because apparently the setup that I'm using right now doesn't work very well on the Mac. It's working okay, I guess. It should be all right. All right, let me get some stuff done here. So without ruining anything, I'm just going to be doing some buildings basically out on the street, so I can do some sort of 3D sort of things. I called the postmaster. I'm waiting for him to call me back. Yeah. I don't know how wide buildings are. Like 30 feet maybe? Just say 30 feet for this one. Oh, that's not right. 30 feet. Looks like more like 30 inches. Let me just go back here. Oh, maybe, okay, never mind. I was zoomed out so much it looked like it was small. Okay. Let's try it again. 30 feet. Hey, Bill Nye. Yeah, so I got a new mic finally. Well, it's not a new mic. I had this mic for a while, but I finally got a system to plug it in live on the computer. So yeah, you can hear my slurps and everything in high definition. Oh shit. Okay, let's try that again. 30 feet. Delete this little person. Three D slurp sounds. It's actually been pretty useful when I've been doing the animations, because before what I used to have to do was like lean over onto my USB powered microphone recorder thing and then record the lines, because the cable was too short, so I'd have to like lean and hunch over and then transfer everything over to the computer with the SD card and then do all the sound manipulation and then line it up. And if I wanted to make changes, I'd have to like go back and then do it all over again. Right now I got this mic just pointed at my face. I can just do everything like live basically. It's amazing. So it's much better than before. Slurp down some. I already slurped down all my coffee. I got some water here. All right, so when I'm doing these like sort of 3D scenes that you guys have seen, basically I just do like a model in SketchUp, and then sometimes I'll texture it with colors, and or sometimes I'll just leave it solid white, and then I'll just do lighting effects in Cinema 4D. But for now, I'm going to just try something a bit different, which is it's hard to like draw a building, I guess, without like having a reference image. Let me just pull up a different thing here. I'm going to try to recreate that first episode in 3D. I don't want to give away why I'm doing that, but it's all for the next episode of Interface. So I'll just find it here. So this building, which is a really simple building, but I see I just kind of have like a ledge of some sort, a window there, some sort of vertical line. So I'm going to try redoing that in 3D. Every muscle in your esophagus is edible. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's like a little too close to my face. I can push it back just a little bit so you don't hear all my throat noises. Anyway, okay. So what, up like 12 feet, I think? 12 feet. And then over this way. Maybe this goes down like 2 feet. Would that work? 2 feet? Okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell. And I guess for this I'll just do halfway points like this. Wait, so do you do these 3D animations in Interface? Yeah, so some of the episodes some of the episodes have some 3D in them. So like the episode 5, I think, or in episode 6. Now episode 6 and 5, the ones that take place in the museum, like they have like the beginning, they're basically all done in 3D, and it looks like I drew over them, because I did. Like I basically do it in 3D, and then I do a bunch of stuff to make it look like I hand drew it. So if I can, I'm gonna go through all that today. If you guys are around for the next, you can just pop in once in a while. But so unfortunately, that just deselected everything here, and I kind of struggle when I do 3D. So just kind of bear with me. This should only be 1. Okay, that's more like 3 inches. Okay. What if the mannequins in the front of the store and Interface is greetings robotic thing? Yeah, I mean, I'll leave that stuff purposely ambiguous, but that wasn't really my intention, I guess, for the mannequins. But yeah, who knows? CB, hey man, got your poster on the post a couple months ago. It looks great. Noticed you wrote my address as Battlestar, but still got to my house. Oops. Okay, well, I'm happy it still showed up. I don't think it matters too much what the name is, as long as the address is correct. But I do those things pretty quickly because I usually get like 30 or 40 of them at a time. And I guess at least the name differentiates you from whoever lives in the same house or building. But I guess Battlestar isn't really helpful. Eru Goblet, you're proud owner of a Mischief face hoodie. I'm contemplating surgically welding it into my skin. You know that hoodie has been really popular. Like, and I've been surprised when I made it. I was like, no one's gonna wear this like bright pink thing with like a weird clown face on it. But like, it's like the #1 thing people have been buying on the Teespring. So maybe eventually, sometime you'll see someone else in public wearing the same thing, and you can kind of like. You can nod at him, get that knowing look. Okay, I wonder if I can just select all of these and bring them out at the same time. That'd be cool. No, see, when I select a different tool, whatever. I'll just do it by hand. I've already gotten, is this an insane clown posse thing? Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. But I mean, it's bright pink, and I don't think Insane Clown Posse really has bright pink, do they? Isn't it like mostly black and white? The hoodie's the best because it looks like Mischief transforms the hoodie. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Alright, so I got these like kind of like textures to the front of the building, and you'll see later. I mean, I don't know what that is, like a window or something, I guess, but when I do it in Cinema 4D and I apply lighting to it, it helps differentiate like the shadows and stuff, so I don't have to like draw lines in. It will kind of just draw lines for me, if I can show you today. So the next thing is how's the quality on the hoodie? I've never bought from Teespring. I think that particular one, the pink one, is like the highest quality version of hoodie that they offer on Teespring, and I think their quality is actually pretty decent. I don't know. Is anyone that has one there? Can you say what it's like? Because I've been thinking of getting one for my sister, or possibly Carolina. I don't have one myself yet, so. Where is my chat box? It just disappeared. Okay, that's annoying. Yeah, Mischief for everything, yeah. For right now, I'm just limited to whatever Teespring offers, but which isn't too much. The last thing that they added was like those die-cut stickers, and I got like they sent me an email and they said that I have like early access to it. So I was like, all right, I'll sign up and I'll make a die-cut sticker of Mischief because that will probably be popular. But then it was like $10, and I don't think I can change. I can't change the price. It's like $10 for a sticker. And I'm pretty sure you can get the same thing on Redbubble for like $3. So if you guys are looking for like the die-cut sticker and whatever, I would just go to Redbubble. I don't know what's up with Teespring, but they're trying something new, I guess. Okay, where's my... there was a... Let me just pull up the video again here. Oh yeah, okay, so there's like, oops. Wrong screen. Oh my god, I keep pulling up the wrong thing here. Give me a second, guys. Go over here. Okay. It's very simple. I don't know why I have to keep looking at this thing. It's just basically a window with like 2 mannequins in there. Okay, so I'll close this. Oh shit, I don't want to close this because it will close the chat box. Cancel. Oh my god. I should save this too. Okay. Yeah, so I got some more news about Adult Swim. They want 2 more animations from me. So I'm working on episode 11 right now, and then like in December I might start working on a different commission for Adult Swim. So they already want something else. So that's, I guess it's good news. You know, the thing is, I don't want them to like, I really like doing the series on my own. And but we'll see. I mean, I'll have some more Adult Swim stuff coming out probably in 3 months maybe, because it takes me a while to do them. I should make a new folder here called SketchUp. Street buildings. Same length animations. Yeah, about 2 minutes long. And, no, sorry, 1 minute long each. And the thing is I have struggles with that because I kind of like having like a little bit more pacing in my animations, and the Adult Swim ones, they've kind of felt a little bit rushed when you watch them, just because of how like stuff happens, you know. But usually my animations aren't 1 minute long; they're like 2 minutes long or something. So, Soup Sun Part 2, where the soup prevails through the ages. You know what, Stefan? That's not a bad idea. I might do something like that. Like every generation, he just shows up again until we reach like the current time. Okay. Six feet. 3 feet. That's not. 2 feet. Okay. Just have him on horseback and stuff, fighting through the ages, and end it with a can of soup falling off a shelf and him popping out on someone. That's not bad. That's pretty funny. So, Mr. Umami, I kind of have this thing where I've noticed like every 2 episodes of Interface, if you count episodes 1 and 2 as one episode, is a silent episode, except episode 7 where there's a bit of narration at the start. Yeah, I mean, for a while there I was kind of keeping every 2 episodes kind of thematically linked for a while, but then I started kind of deviating from that. There wasn't really any reason for them to be that way, other than that I felt like episode 1 was too short for it to just change to something else, so I had to make something continuation of episode 1. So, and then episode 3, where Cammy's introduced, I thought that it was important that in the next episode you would eventually like see how she's being used immediately. So, but now the episodes are kind of, I feel like now there's enough backstory established, I don't really need to worry about that too much, so. Yeah, that's actually, Stefan, that's not a bad idea. You can see how the Soup Sun becomes like super famous, the Andy Warhol paintings and stuff like that. Anyway, okay, I gotta move on here. Let's push this window. So I don't know how to do this exactly, what the best method is, because I've never done like a 3D thing where there's like a window. So Let's undo that for now. 4 feet. Yes. And then no, that's not the right tool. Here we go. Shit. Oh man, this is the thing about SketchUp is that it kind of sucks. All right, here we go. Okay. So there's that, and then that's basically the building. And I guess what I should also do is make it have a roof, proper roof. So one foot. Okay. Make it like a room and then in post put a glass filter over it. Yeah. It's tricky because sometimes giving away too much detail is not good. Like if it looks out of place because it's 3D, I don't know exactly. For now, I'm just going to leave it like that, and let's see if I can get like some mannequin model off of the 3D warehouse. You know what? I can't do that right now. It's not because I'm usually doing this on the PC. So whatever. I'll just move on to the next building after I put a door in. Okay. So doors are what, like 10 feet tall? I don't know. No, that's too much. Probably like 8 feet, right? 8 feet by 2.5 feet? Nah. I'll just say 4 feet. Doesn't really matter as long as it looks correct, because the scale doesn't really make too much difference, I guess. Okay, so there's that. Next thing I'm going to do is make a sidewalk here. So I'm going to select this all and make it a component called building 1. Just gonna make the sidewalk here. I enjoy how the default floor color is totally the pastel green you'd use. Oh yeah, the SketchUp colors. Yeah, you can change them all actually. I was doing some experiments where I was rendering directly out of SketchUp and I was like changing the background colors and stuff, but it just wasn't looking right. So, all right, so now I have to get some like sidewalk in there. So I should just divide it up, I guess, again, the same way I did the similar way I did the roof up there, or the windows up there, but I'll probably just do it like this, and that should be enough. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I had to do sidewalk before actually. And the way I figured it out was I made one a little bit lower than the other, like that. So that when it renders, there's like a line there. But I'm wondering if there's a better way. So I also don't like how wide this sidewalk is, so I'm gonna delete this. And I gotta push this building back. So what's been going on with you guys? It's Thanksgiving going on in the United States. I think that's what it is, Thanksgiving weekend. I'm eating tacos and lamenting the stars. Thanksgiving break starts on Wednesday next week. On Wednesday? Oh. Yeah, weekend before Thanksgiving. I'm mostly figuring out emulation of my phone. You trying to emulate your phone, like on the computer? I don't know why this isn't working for me. I'm trying to get... Oh, okay. It's just supposed to be 1 inch. That's why. 1 inch. So now I can do... Oh, crap. Now I can do this. I thought I had a pointer there. Right there. There. I can push this away. Playing with a gnarly synth sound I'm tweaking. That's cool. What hey, that bloody squirrel, what kind of synths do you use? Celebrating my girlfriend's grandpa's birthday tomorrow. How old's he turning? I'm doing emulation on your phone, like PS2. Oh, geez, man, I didn't know you could do that. That's crazy. So I'm guessing you must use like an Android or something. Is that even, is it hard to do, like to emulate consoles on a cell phone? That's yeah. Yeah, I don't know what my sidewalk is. It doesn't actually have to, it's not going to actually look like this. The thing is, all I need is a crack that I can see when it's at a distance so that it will render a line. And so I have to, our sidewalks don't look like this. So, hold on, 3 feet, okay. Let me undo that. It wasn't 4 feet. 5 feet. Okay. See, I'll show you what I'm doing is if I rotate this. Like that. Now I can move this over here. Now I should be able to delete that line. Right now I'm playing with Wacom Pro Synth, trying to get some Author and Punisher-like sounds. Wacom Pro Synth. Just look that one up. Ooh, looks cool. I'll have to try that sometime. I don't know too much about external VSTs though. Man, this thing keeps hiding my chat box. Okay. I've got a Korg microphone monologue, and it's in. Yeah, I heard that's pretty cool, man. This Korg, it's like a hardware synth, right? And for weaker stuff like the DS, it's not really, but PS2 has a lot of strange rendering stuff that is fiddly. Yeah. Minilog. Christopher, if you do the same thing on both sides and they touch, you can try making some really shallow version of the same thing and it should look really nice. Yeah, I'm thinking like if I put a bunch of these together, it should look okay, you know, but that might be, this might be a little too much, too thick, so I'm going to see if I can move it over a bit. Oops. Do the same thing over here. And then I can just like push it down the whole thing. Ooh, that's weird. I guess it has to do that because, well, whatever. I think that should be fine if I just call this piece sidewalk now. Piece and regular, I guess. It's not like a corner piece. I used to really like Citrus when I was using FL Studio. Okay, I don't have any experience really with that synth, so I don't know. I use an AKAI MPK Mini Mark II in Reason. Rupa is a fantastic digital synth. I gotta check some of these out afterwards, you know? Because I haven't really been getting too much into the external synths, but yeah. It'd be nice to try some sometime. Okay, so I got my sidewalk piece here, and I think if I just duplicate that, should be able to... If I hold down Alt, or whatever it is on Mac. Oh no, I took the wrong... Okay, so there's that. Now I can just make a component of this and just call it sidewalk 4-piece or whatever. Well, I don't even have to do that. I'll just continue doing what I was doing before. Oops. And there we have it, some sidewalk. If you're looking for software things, you should definitely check out Serum. Well, okay, I'll check that out then, because yeah, I'd like to hear what it sounds like. Do you ever do music streams? I'd love to see how other people make some music. I actually, the last stream I did was a music stream, and I made some music that I ended up just deleting because I didn't like it, but at least it got me started on what I was going to use. So if you guys want, I can switch over to doing music sometime halfway through this stream, so you're just not looking at me struggle with SketchUp all day. But I just wanted to see if I can get some stuff done in 3D here, because well, I don't want to explain, but yeah, basically this scene needs to be done in 3D. So, and I mean, if it doesn't work, I'll just end up scrapping it too. That happens a lot of times. I do something and it doesn't work. Okay, so there's that. Let me just do a few more in the opposite direction. Yeah, the city council's happy with the sidewalk. Just, you know, sidewalk to nowhere, just going out there in the distance. I should probably put another one, because like in my drawing here, it kind of, oops, what the hell, man? I swear to God, I didn't click on that. Just, okay. Kind of just goes out into the distance there. I mean, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing. I probably won't make it look exactly like this. Do you put these scenes into After Effects? Yeah, so basically, oh shit. Yeah, so it will go into After Effects, and then it will go into Cinema 4D Lite, which is included into After Effects, the Lite version of Cinema 4D. Okay. And then this thing I have to fix because there's no piece of... oh, crap. Now, why does it do that? I don't want it to do that. I want it to just... why must you do this to me? Okay, there, I just deleted it. It's gone. And then... okay, so there. It's that, and... on these sidewalk pieces, I think I should have a piece that comes out. And because it's a component, if I do changes to this, I think it should affect everything. Let me just see here. Yeah, it will. Okay, so... oh, crap. I don't know. Where did everything go? Where's my building now? What the fuck? It's all the way over there. Okay. Yeah. So as you can tell, I don't really do things in 3D, but okay, here we go. Go up, just like that. Ah! Pull this out now. Delete that line. No, that's not what I wanted. Happened to my line that was up? Okay, it's right there. There we go. So now my sidewalks are flush on the side. Oh, Christ. I used to pirate Cinema 4D, yeah. It's included, yeah, the Lite version's included, and I can do pretty much whatever I need to in the Lite version. So I'll show you guys how to, because you know what, most people don't even know that Cinema 4D Lite is included in After Effects. It's like hidden. It's really kind of weird. Like, I don't understand why it's hidden. Maybe it's intentionally hidden, but they don't advertise it. That's all I know. It's weird. So okay, let's see if I can. So now I want to drag my building to attach it, so. Oops. And there we have it. My building. You know what? Maybe I'll just show you guys what I do, because I'm going to save this So I'm going to save this as a object file. I think I can import that into After Effects. Okay, so there's no colors or anything. And I'll close SketchUp for now. And now I will open up After Effects. All right, okay, so basically what you do in After Effects is you just go File, New, Maxon Cinema 4D file. And then street buildings, I guess. Yeah, control space. Yeah, I mean, I know those tricks. I just I suck at doing them. Like I just forget that they exist when I'm. Thanks, Master Squinch. Okay, so this you don't actually have to register. It's annoying. It doesn't. Language packs. It's not very important. Okay, so now I'm in Cinema 4D Lite. I should be able to import that now if I just go. Well, I forget how you do it. Open, maybe? Or is it merge? You merge them into the same thing? Okay, merge. SketchUp. That's weird how the SketchUp thing is showing up without it being like grayed out. I wonder if it just works if I import a SketchUp file. No, I don't think so, eh? Let's just try that again. Merge. Okay. All right. So there's my building. Now, this computer I'm using doesn't really have a great graphics card, so I don't really even know if it's going to work that well. Usually I do these things on the Windows computer, which has a decent NVIDIA graphics card in it, so we'll just see. But for now, so basically my building is white, and you can apply textures, obviously, and colors to it, so it's not white. But usually, just to keep things a little bit more simplified for me, I don't do them. I usually just leave it like gray or whatever, and then I do the lighting. It's kind of complicated what I do, so because I have to make it look like I drew it. So what I do is, let's see if I can even remember what I do. Add a light. And the light is going to be orange, which is the same orange I use So let me get this. Oops. Shit. Sorry, guys. I don't want to ruin stuff for you. I should be able to also merge in a PNG file. Ooh. This might actually... Oh, I already made a light with the same orange that I need, so I just imported it, and it's not a spotlight. It's like a directional light, I think. So you got the shadows there, and if I can move it around. Oh God. I forget all the key commands for this stuff, man. I haven't done it in a while. I'll move it around this way. It's a little easier sometimes. There we go. So, as you can see, let me see if I can just make that a little bit better. Light. I'm not crazy about how that looks. Can't seem to get it to point in the right direction. I need it to be higher. Well, it's good enough for now, I guess. Yeah, that's well. I mean, there's a few different ways I've been managing to get it, but basically direct lighting, and then the problem is that there's still like you can see that this shade of orange is still different from this, so I gotta see if I can fix that right now. I think the problem is that maybe this thing has reflectance, or maybe it has something turned on. So I could see if I can turn that off. Let me just see here. Diffusion. See, the thing is that maybe the light itself is not quite what I need it to be. So let's just go look at the settings here. Diffuse, specular. I don't know why. Also, I mean, I should be viewing this. I think there's a way you can view this. Let me just see, what does it look like when I render it? Because sometimes it looks different. What's the render button? Yeah, so you see how the orange is still like different here? That's one of the major issues I've been having with the setup, because I don't really know what I'm doing, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. Now that's interesting right there, ambient illumination. It just makes everything bright orange, the right orange, I think. I think that might, there is a separate way I've been doing it now. I think might be it. So what I do is I have one pass, basically, that's orange like this. Let's say our animation is like a simple zoom. So I'll make a keyframe right here with the camera. Let me just add a camera. Okay. Keyframe, and then the last point is oops. Let's say the last point is that. So now if I play this back, this is what the video, the really rough shit animation I just did looks like. So that's that, right? So I'll save this. Also, what I'll do is make sure that everything's 640 by, well, it doesn't matter, 800 by 600. I just usually just scale it down with the pixels. Frame rate, I have to change that too, which is here, I think. I'm not sure. Whatever, I'll apply that. So what I'll do is I'll save this. As street buildings colors, and then I'll do another version where I have a light bulb here, and the purpose of this is just so that it does the outlines of my colors. Sometimes I'll have a couple of them. Get rid of that light too. Okay, so what's the duplicate button? God. Whatever, just add another light over here. Who cares? Okay, it's over here now. Second light. Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of the way I've been working around it in using Cinema 4D Lite, because I think there's like plugins and stuff you can get for the full version of Cinema 4D, but I don't want to pay for that because it's expensive, and I don't really do too many things in 3D. So okay, so basically, let's see here. If I got that there, and I'll just move this one away because it's a little too close. Actually, maybe I'll make it out the other direction. There we go. And then push it over there. Now, I don't know if it's going to work or not, so... Man. Just get rid of one of these lights. Okay, now this is really rudimentary, okay? Just keep that in mind. Usually I play around with it a lot more to make it look nice. But just so you guys aren't bored to death watching this, I would save this layer as something called shadows. And then in After Effects, I got my building here, which looks really messed up because the renderers, I don't know why it's looking messed up. Hold on. Because that doesn't look right already. It's supposed to be all orange. Let me just open this up again, make sure I didn't. Yeah, like pretty certain that's... Wow. Okay, so it looks different than it does in the thing here for some reason. Okay. Whatever. Wait, so you don't have to import the color and shadow layers separately? You don't have to. I mean, I've done it before where I didn't, but the thing is with more complicated stuff, I've been basically doing them separately and then overlaying them in After Effects. So I'd take my shadow layer here, right? Drop it on top. Change it to final render settings. And also, I think there's an option in Cinema 4D where you can turn off anti-aliasing, so this should be none. I should set that to none for my particular style anyway, because I don't want the the aliasing. So I go turn you off too. Now and after, okay, so now it's pixelated, which is good. So what I would do is I put this layer on top, and then I usually do something like trace or edges, find edges. And because it's got all those shadow details, it can find the edges. I feel like there's a better version of this tool though. Where's all the options for it? What's bevel edges? What the hell? Whatever, edges. Find edges, and then usually I can do something like Gaussian blur. Like that. And then what I do is, is threshold on top of that. Okay. So then it starts to look like my drawings to a certain degree. And as you can see, the background right here, it screws up where there's blurriness here. So what I have to do is I go new, solid, make it white, put it behind there, take this, find edges, Gaussian blur, cut all that out, make a new adjustment layer, paste those effects on the adjustment layer, and then pre-compose all this crap. Okay, so now I got sharp pixels everywhere. Black and white sharp pixels. And then what I can do is blend mode, darken, and there I got my sharp pixels on top of my orange background. And for some reason my orange background is not looking right. So I gotta fix that too. So let me just save this before it crashes. I call this strippings. You like the jagged edges and artifacts really lo-fi. Sobel? I don't know what you mean by Sobel, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I've been just striving to have, all really solid colors for my animation, so there's no like aliasing around the edges. Oops, shit. I'm looking for this. And if I open up the one with the colors on it, there's a problem when I click the render button. That looks fine actually. It's just that I don't know why this is gray. Oh. And I don't know why it's looking kind of like it is right now, where it's blurry. But what you can do is also, there's a tool in here called Colorama. This sometimes helps me out too when I can't figure things out. I'll just go like that, and then what you can do is get rid of all this crap. I only want two colors, orange and black or something like that, right? So you choose your orange color, which I have an exact number for, but let's just say it's that. And then, well, first of all, now everything's that same color, so when I put this on top, I kind of got a cell-shaded building. But yeah, like you guys are, it might need another light, you know, because it's missing some detail on the door here. And I can't always get it perfect. Sometimes it's not perfect. And what I do is, if I can't get it perfect, I'll just export this as a PNG sequence and I'll draw on top of it. My Mac Mini is really heating up now. It's not supposed to be doing 3D stuff, that's why. But basically, that's how I do it. And then, so you can change the thickness of the blacks and stuff by going to the top layer here, and you increase the blurriness of the Gaussian blur, and then adjust the threshold, right? And now it looks even more thick, you know what I mean? Another cool thing I like to do is I do something called turbulent displace on the outline layer, and I set the amount to be like nothing, like oops, like 1. And then what you can do is at the beginning here, turn the evolution and the keyframes so that so basically that there's a little bit of movement. If I were to exaggerate that, it would look like this. Okay, but obviously I don't want that. I just want the smallest amount so that it doesn't look like such a computer rendered drawing. It kind of looks a little bit like warpy, I guess. You see how it kind of looks a little bit warpy? And so when I put that on top, it looks a little bit weird, I guess, but it also kind of looks less like it was just an exact render done by a computer, I guess. You know what I mean? I would mess around with it some more. I probably wouldn't make it 2. I'd probably make it like 1.4 or something. So in a nutshell, that's how I do my 3D stuff, and it's kind of a huge pain in the ass. So that's why I don't do it too often. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do things. If Cinema 4D and SketchUp is the best way to go, I mean, for me, I don't really do 3D animation, so for now it works out though. I can get some cool stuff done, you know. It is nice to do once in a while. I think it makes it's kind of cool. And so also, I mean, this doesn't have to be solid orange. You can like basically apply textures, colors in Cinema 4D if it was working correctly. I just didn't, you know, I would mess around with it for a couple hours. Eventually I would figure it out. It's just that, you know, on a live stream, it's hard for me to troubleshoot things, so. 3D takes some serious patience. I got so fed up with Blender. Yeah. I tried Blender probably half a dozen times, and each time I get into it, I'm just like, I can't do this. I just stop. It's just too much. It's not for me, that's all I'm saying. I guess that's personally why I do the animation the way I do too, where it's just like, I just draw each frame. Because I can't get into like the tweening and stuff that you do with Flash. I just hate it. Like, I just hate how it like doesn't work. I'd rather just literally just draw the frames myself, every single frame, so I know exactly what's going to happen. And so that's why the animation sort of looked at the way they do. But with this 3D stuff, you know, I'm still learning, I guess. Anyway, so that's that. Would you guys want to see? I can mess around in some Logic for a bit, you know, because excuse me. I was going to, let me just close this. Okay, goodbye. I needed to make something else with this track I've been doing for episode 11. Episode 11 is probably going to be about 4 or 5 minutes, and
about your hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
He's like, I want him to come back so that I can cut his hair again, because it's been a long time since I got to cut like a good set of hair.
Really? Is anyone balding over there or something?
Well, it's all just like little old guys, right? Little grandpas with like half their hair missing and thin hair.
Yeah. Okay, my mic cut out there because there's a bug where if I open up a new audio thing, it cuts out my audio interface, so it's back. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna put my headphones on here. I'm waiting for them to update the drivers on this audio interface because it keeps cutting out every time a sound from a different program is played. So that's, let me move this mic thing here. Okay. Now, I have to make sure that you guys can hear this too. Let me just switch over to Logic mode. Oh boy. Okay. Let me just get a real quick sound in here. Okay. You probably can't hear that yet. Just give me a second. Okay. You should be able to hear that, eh? Turn it down a bit, maybe. Yeah, it's a, oh, gotta put this mic back here, okay. What I got is a Steinberg UR22 Mark II, which is an audio interface, allows me to connect my microphone, and a lot of bugs with this latest version of Mojave from Mac, so it's kind of buggy for now, but it cuts in and out. So this is a custom kind of patch I made. Just give me a second. I gotta turn the headphone volume down so I don't blast my eardrums. It's kind of clipping because it's. Well, I'll just turn the volume down. You guys let me know if it's too quiet or whatever. I can bring the volume up here because it's hard for me to monitor. Okay. You know what? Let me just put a limiter on the master bus, the thing here, so that you guys aren't hearing clipped audio. I have an appointment to fix some ski boots, but I want to watch X System work. Where do you go skiing, man? Man, I should go skiing this year. I used to snowboard. I haven't gone snowboarding in like 5 or 6 years. So that's a custom one I made. I got a bunch of other custom ones I made. They're all, see how labeled here, interface. You live in the Appalachian Mountains. Oh man, that must be pretty sweet for doing snowboarding or skiing. I mean, I should be able to do that too. I live in Quebec, so frick, I could just go up to like, you know, maybe I'll do it this winter sometime. There's a ski hill, I think called Mount Bruno or something, that's like only a couple hours away. I just haven't really been able to do it for so long because I've been like broke for so long. But I think I can afford to go now. You know what's bothering me? Mischief is like crushed in the corner there. Let's get him back up there. All right. So I wouldn't. Yeah. So I guess I played some of these on my last live stream, but and now I can't hear anything. Ah, for Christ's sake. Just give me a second, guys. This is so buggy. It's like driving me up the wall. Like what exactly happened there where it cut out now? Was it just the patch? The patch? And the patch was bugged. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I usually just snowboard in my friend's yard. He's got a big hill. West and north have bigger mountains, but yeah, it's nice. 50K. Yeah, I know, man. The subscriber count has gone up like crazy the past the past month, because a whole bunch of channels been featuring me and stuff. The channel's been growing quite quickly. Okay, let's listen to this for a second here. Oh, this is the one I made on my last stream. I didn't quite like how it's a little bit too warped. Basically, I think the problem was the smoothing on the delay was... Okay, so now... Thanks, man. Yeah. 50K. It's been crazy, man. The amount of subscribers coming in. It's been nuts. This one is what's... It's just I didn't really do much, you know. I put the pedal board, I put a bunch of different effects. Well, there's nothing even on this pedal board. Like, it's mostly a tape delay of this organ piano, though, is a pretty nice patch I made. Hey, Crispy. Oh, thanks for hanging out, man. And maybe I'll catch you next time. Anyway, that didn't sound very good. Is this going to be re-uploaded to Patreon by any chance? Hey, Crispy, if you go to the Patreon, you'll see a link there, and I won't delete the link. So it will be, like, if you want to watch the rest of this later, I guess, yeah, it will still be up. It just won't be public on my YouTube channel, because it's like a Patreon sort of thing. But if you go to on Patreon, there's a link there, and it will definitely still be there. The link should still work. The sound is nostalgic and lo-fi. It's kind of, yeah. I mean, the thing is, this has been pretty much influenced by like Boards of Canada and that sort of thing, and it seems to be like a trend, I guess, with this lo-fi sort of aesthetic. I think the problem was the past 10 years or whatever, this electronic music has been sounding too clean, and people are trying to make things sound a little bit more analog-y, I guess, because I don't know. Personally, I just like how the things sound kind of lo-fi. You know, it's like when you watch The Simpsons, like the old episodes of The Simpsons. They would have some really nice soundtracks that would just kind of pop up once in a while. There would be like a joke or whatever, something funny would happen. And then there would be like some touching moment, because The Simpsons wasn't always just like humor. There were some parts of it. And then it would always be sort of something that was like... It wasn't... I don't know if it was The Simpsons or not, but... And it was different sorts of sounds than this. It was more like their traditional kind of... It was like saxophone, it was orchestral, whatever it is. They don't do that anymore. That's the problem. If you guys ever watch the new Simpsons, they don't do any of that stuff. It's just jokes. They don't have any sort of musical cues. So I think that's partially why the show's kind of not as good as it used to be. I think that television shows used to be a lot more musical. Or maybe it's just I don't watch that much television anymore. I don't know what it's like, but... The coolest thing I've done in my DAW is use Rob Scallion videos to make a drum kit for my Doom band. Oh man, I'd have to listen to that sometime. You should send me a link to that. Ever go to the Moog store and just F with the patches? You know what? Honestly, I've never actually gone to an instrument store and just messed around with their keyboards, because... I should do that, you know, but like I just never did that because I always figured, you know, I didn't have any money for it, and it would just be like wasting their time. But I guess it doesn't really matter for them because they're just employees working there. I should try that sometime though. Anyway, that's why I've just been using Logic with like the default crap, you know. I want to get nice strings or orchestral VST sometime though. With like real samples. There's some really nice ones out there. I mean, Logic has some decent ones too, actually. But there's some really good ones out there too that are paid. They usually cost like $400 though, or more. I used to get kicked out doing that in high school. They knew I wasn't about to fork up $3,000 to buy a keyboard. Exactly, that's kind of my feeling is this. If I'm not going to buy it, I'm not going to bother going in, you know. And honestly, I don't even really know if I need a hardware kind of synth, because sometimes I feel like the more tools you have, the more things get complicated. And really all you really need is the most basic things. It doesn't really necessarily mean my music will sound any better. It might actually sound worse because I won't know how to use those complicated synthesizers as well as I can these digital ones that come with Logic. And I might just end up blowing $3,000 on something that sounds just marginally better, but not necessarily even that much better, if you know what I'm saying. Moog International headquarters and factory is in my town, not to dox myself. Moog Audio. Didn't they come out with like a new synth? I think was it Moog? Like they haven't made a new synth in a long time, and they just came out like last month. They came out with a new one. MIDI keyboard plus VST synths works just fine. Hardware synth would mostly be cool. Yeah, I mean it'd be cool to have. Maybe like, you know, in the future when I have like funds where I don't have to worry too much, I guess. But right now I'm just trying to work with my limited amount of stuff. You know what? The most important thing I bought though that was actually worth it is this pressure sensitive MIDI keyboard by Novation. It was I bought it used for like $300, and it was probably the best thing I've ever bought, like in terms of. And it's got 60 keys, and they're all pressure sensitive. It's got aftertouch, and the modulation wheels on it. You can probably hear that now. And it just plugs in with the USB 2.0. It works perfect, man. And this thing is huge. I don't think the keys are weighted though. It's not like a super expensive MIDI keyboard. Because I think the weighted keyboard ones, they are a lot more expensive, aren't they? I'm not really too well versed in this sort of thing, but I want the Op-Z by Teenage Engineering if only I can afford the Op-1. I have an 88 weighted keyboard I got for $300. It's not amazing, but it works. Maybe look it up. I'm not sure if it's actually weighted or not. Like, I don't really know what that means other than it's just the way the handles keys. Is that what it is? It feels more like a real keyboard, like a real piano. I don't think it's weighted though, because it's pretty old and 61, so. I think it's semi-weighted. Possibly. Weighted like a piano keyboard, yeah. Yamaha makes stuff that's too good. I think they're cheating. Well, I have a cheaper MIDI keyboard with modulation knobs and stuff. I can use them both together to sound good, to a good effect, yeah. Hey man, Master Squinch, thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you next time. I mean, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming. I'll probably be streaming for another, like half an hour or so. Usually I do it until my voice kind of dries out. Anyways, what I wanted to do is make some sort of sound that I can just kind of, like, this is too much, this is too musical. I wanted something I can just kind of play on top of what I already created so that it just kind of mixes in with the background. So I might just do a custom thing right now. Hey, Master Squinch, no problem, man. See you next time, and good luck with your skis, man. It makes me want to go snowboarding too. I gotta do that sometime. I gotta do this winter. I should just make it a goal, just do it. So, I don't know if you guys use Logic. What kind of what do you use? You use Fruity Loops? Is that what you're saying? The Bloody Squirrel? Not Fruity Loops. Sorry, FL Studio. Well, I guess that's the same thing, isn't it? Fruity Loop Studio. I use Reaper now. How do you like using Reaper? What's that like? What's the program? Who's the company that makes Reaper? Is that that's not Steinberg, is it? Yeah, it's just FL. It used to mean Fruity Loops. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like so here's the thing. Like I find that with a hardware synth, I would just be putting my foot in my mouth because like Kakos, I believe, makes Reaper. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think Steinberg makes a different one. It's called something else. Reason? Is it called Reason? Reaper and there's like Reason. I've never really, I think I used Acid. You guys ever know what Acid is? I think Acid might have been like a version of Fruity Loops way back in the day. Yeah. They're all kind of good at their own sort of things, I guess. I don't know what it's like using reverb in those other DAWs, but I find that the reverbs that come in Logic are just amazing. Like the best reverbs I've ever used. And I don't know. They get even more reverbs now. Like they made some new ones that can. They just updated them for free, so I might be messing around with that too. So this is like probably using some sort of, oh yeah, what's it called? Arpeggio or whatever it's called. I don't even know the names of these. See, I don't like using the defaults because that means someone else that's using the defaults will just make basically the exact same thing. So let's see if I can mess it around. It's right here, isn't it? Ah, see? These like this synth is so freaking complicated, man. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. I just mess around with the knobs until something sounds cool. Yeah. They all have their own manuals and everything, yeah. I mean, you can really master a synth and just be like really good at one thing. And it would take you a long time because this synth is fucking detailed. And I guess that really helps. It comes with like all these different pre-installed patches. Though I don't like most of them.
Coffee?
Yeah, I'll have some. You know what? I kind of like this though. I don't like that. I don't like the ones where they. Okay. That's weird. Bamboo slurp. That's really descriptive. Yeah, I'm looking for a bamboo slurp sound. Okay. Phat, P-H-A-T. I like how down-tempo is like a patch, but that has nothing to do with whether something's down-tempo or not. Like, it has nothing to do with it. That doesn't make any sense why down-tempo is even a genre. Like, listed in a genre here. You could play this at a high tempo if you wanted to. Anyway. Oh my god, Carolina. Hold on. It's noisy over there. Oh, just give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, there was one there I kind of liked, so I'm going to try finding that one again. I don't even know where it is, though. It was a mallet, so mallet, all. Okay, let's use this. Next instrument is going to be the mellotron, vintage mellotron. Oops. And this one, I will put a compressor on it. Actually, put a reverb on it first. Mess around. See if we can get two different mellotrons mixed in with the alchemy thing here. It's doing that stuttering sort of sound. Particular plugin. Not happy with any of that, so just delete that. So button, go back to playhead. There you go. Let's see here. Not crazy about this stuff. It doesn't sounds messy. Let's go back. Try something else. Let's delete both of those and start over. Let's go back to Alchemy again. Try something else. Ooh. I feel like I'm in a spooky funhouse. Yeah. I kind of like this one. Hey Stephans, man, thanks for hanging out, and I'll get your message later. I'll check it right after the stream, and I'll make sure a new one's sent out the end of the month. The 1st usually is when I send them out, so see you next time, man. I don't know why it's making that kind of glitchy sound, but I've experienced this issue before. I thought that I fixed it. Let me just look this up real quick. Well, it seems to have fixed it. That was the fastest I've ever fixed something, I guess. Yeah, I can still hear it. A little bit. It's not as bad as it was before, though. I just changed it to 512. If the buffer's too small, it will start clipping if too much is going on at once. I see, yeah. Well, my buffer's up higher, and it doesn't seem to be affecting it too much, so. I guess, what is it, just latency is the trade-off? 28 milliseconds? I don't even notice that. Whoa! You can usually get up to 1024 without it being too much noticeable. Yeah. So for my ambient stuff, I kind of just mess around like that, basically, and then mix it in with like different layers of sound. So I'm not sure if that's great or not, but sounds all right, you know, a little loud. But I mean, when I mix it in with the other sound effects that I already have in that scene, you probably won't even notice it too much. Let's see what else is there. Let's just go in uʻmɑːmi again. I haven't really played around with it too much because I used to do all my music on my laptop, and my laptop wasn't able to handle it. Sound effects. Yeah. They got these new ones in here called studio horns and studio strings, and I think they use real samples. Some of them sound okay, some of them sound worse than others. I find that their saxophone ones actually sound pretty good. They sound better when you put reverb on them and stuff, so maybe I'll just do that too. Doesn't make really any sense to pitch bend them. What are the ones I got here? Trombone. Too bad they don't have like studio wind instruments that aren't horns. I don't think they have it yet. I mean, they have it in this
Oboe.
S24. What's that?
An oboe.
They do, yeah, I mean, they have it, but it's not in that particular plugin. It's over here.
An elbow.
Woodwinds. Oboe. It's not bad, actually. It sounds okay. I think their bassoon sounds better. Not really liking that, so let's just drown it with reverb sometimes. Sounded a little bit better. Not so bad. Well, it's nothing special, but like if it's just gonna be mixed in with the background noise, it's might be all right. So. Let's just save this as something here. Thanks, sweetie.
Mm-hmm. How are you?
I'm fine.
Sound really quiet. So these rowdy stream bad.
More coffee. These particular ones are a bit harsh. Got a jam out of here. If you finish any neat tracks, please put them up on Patreon feed. Hey, Bill Nye, thanks, man, for hanging out. Yeah, most likely these will be coming out on the Patreon feed. So they usually come out on the same day as the episode comes out, because I'm not sure exactly if I'll keep the track or scrap it. So until next time, see you later. Yeah, so I'm still not sure what I think about this. Usually what I do is I play it while I'm watching the animation, but I don't want to like ruin the animation for you guys, so I'm not going to play that. You too, Bill. See ya. I think this is going to work though. It's going to be like a transition because basically I kind of got like a Muzak sort of thing going on at the beginning of the episode, and then it turns into this before it transforms into something else later. This is all about the mood I'm trying to go for, so. Mr. Freeman. Yeah, it kind of sounds like that. The beginning of Half-Life 2, isn't it? You know what it needs? It needs kind of like the sound of like a monkey in the background. And it probably sounds stupid, but like not like a monkey, like a chimpanzee like freaking out or something. It needs kind of like a woo, woo, but like really quiet in the background. I'm gonna try adding it. If it sounds stupid, I'll just delete it. But like I have a feeling it needs something like that. Howler monkey.
Screaming baboon.
These guys get it. They're like, yeah, we get it. It just needs like monkey noises.
You know what it needs? It needs a mom going, stop! Stop it! Stop!
It needs, yeah, Carolina says it needs the sound of like a woman in...
a McDonald's fight mom.
A McDonald's mother, and then like two kids fighting over the ketchup packets.
It's gotta be specific. It's a McDonald's fight mom.
It's a McDonald's fight mom.
Yeah.
Just being like...
She appears when there's a fight.
Stop! Stop! I asked for 3 ketchup packets. I got 2.
I wanted fried chicken, and you don't have any fried chicken.
So if I add that in, I'll just add some reverb. It'll sound pretty good.
Yeah, I'm working over here.
Alright, I'm just gonna see if I can actually get some monkey sounds. Not monkey sounds, but I don't really know how to explain it other than... First of all, I think there's one in here called Angry McMoms. That's what it's called, Carolina.
Angry McMoms? That's so much better.
Okay, so in the EX24 VST, there's a thing called World, and then there's... Man, what is some? They must have added some new ones here because I haven't seen these before. That's not what I'm looking for, though. Okay. There's like a whistle kind of sound effect somewhere. Whistler. Doesn't really sound like a monkey.
Just gonna have to sample monkey.
If I change it from mono to poly. You ever go to the zoo and you hear like a monkey in the background? It just kind of sounds like... I don't know if that's what they sound like. There's a zoo in Nova Scotia I used to visit, and they had monkeys, and you'd always hear them in the distance. It would kind of sound like... I don't know if that's loud enough for you guys to hear. Or just hearing me slam the keyboard. Anyway, I like using that kind of sound and then pitch shifting it. That's a big extreme, but you get the idea. Oh man, I wasn't even recording. That happens all the time. It's cool hearing the evolution of this all coming together. Yeah, it is. It takes a while, but you know, all these different layers and all these different effects, they eventually add up to something. Also, there's no wide complexity, just only how. Yeah. That bloody squirrel, I also get, yeah, when you ever do something that sounds like amazing and then you find out that you weren't recording anything? I do that sometimes, and it's just like, God, well, I wonder if I can replicate that, and then I can't. Sometimes, you know what I do is I just like press record and I just mess around forever, like a couple hours. And then like, because I mess around so much, sometimes I'll do something by chance that just sounds amazing. But like if I were to try to do it purposely, it would never happen. But if I just press record and forget about it, it's like recording everything, you know?
It's like like when you draw on lined paper and it looks better than anything you drew on the good paper.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let me try doing that again. I'm going to turn the volume of these down. So I'm going to put these all in a separate thing. Because there they are. I can turn the volume down just a bit. That's why I keep my sketches, because I can only do a good sketch once. Ginjong-like? I'm sorry, man, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, because like, sometimes you just sketch something, it looks really good, and you try to do that like on like more expensive paper or something, and it doesn't come out, I don't know.
That's what I mean.
And then Bloody Squirrel, or take the best take you ever gotten of a riff and you realize it didn't record. Yeah. I meant good when I said God. Oh. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Only do a good sketch once. Well, yeah. Well, I'm going to try doing that again. So... I already messed up. Came in too early. Okay. That's what I want to do. You know what? That's not sounding right either. Is it too loud or something? Or I think the problem was before I was doing it like at the mixed volume, and now I'm trying to do it while listening to it, but let's try it again. Oh man, I can't get it now. Let's try this again. I'm not sure if that's as good as what I did before, but I meant good when I said, oh, sorry. We heard what you did before, so it's recorded in the stream. Just rewind back. Yeah, I know it just... If only it was that easy. I guess I could go back, but then I wouldn't really... It doesn't really matter too much, because this is really not supposed to be that loud anyway. It just kind of mixes in with the other stuff, and then once I add that kind of like static sound effects that I add to everything, and then also the sounds of the restaurant, it's just gonna mix in the background, like so. How do you add that static effect? Is it just white noise, or? It's actually, it is a mixture of different things, including white noise, but also real samples and stuff, I guess, of like vinyl. I did it a long time ago, and then I just made like, I don't know, a couple minutes worth of it, and I use that for my interface stuff because, oh, don't look at this stuff if you don't want to do anything. Just close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
I'll show you right now. I made a sound effect called Umami static.
Close your eyes.
Where is it? Sound recordings, Souther, Spady Slap. Oh, Umami static, right there. Oh shit! I should have. Testing. Okay, you can hear me now? Yeah, like I was saying, there's a bug and it keeps cutting at my thing. You should be able to hear me now though. Okay. Yeah, so the static sound is this. And I made that with like similar method to doing this. I just kind of layered multiple different sound effects and equalized them to a point I was happy with it. And then I basically just mix it in, send it directly to the output, and I don't mix it in, I don't change the levels of it. Every time you hear it, it's basically at the same volume to make everything have a consistent sort of sound. For some reason I can't drag it to the front here. Let me just zoom in. I'm not happy with it. I'm going to redo that whistler sound. yeah, so that static is, you can create something like similar like that pretty easily, I think. It's a little bit of vinyl mixed in with, I think it might have been some generated pink noise or something, but an equalized. It kind of sits at like -36, -24 dB, which is relatively loud actually. But it kind of makes everything kind of sit nicely together, I guess, when you watch the episodes one after the other. So, and usually I don't mix it in directly in Logic, I just do that in Premiere. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to render that out and then add it to my animation, but I don't want to ruin the animation like I was saying, so oh, I'm going to save this. So I think for today, I think I'm done my live stream because I got to draw some things, and the animation should be coming out at the end of the month. I'm really hoping to work on it like every day and then have it out on the 1st or the very last day of the month. Probably the last day of November. It's going to be a lot more intricate, like a lot more complicated than the episode 10. Episode 10 was pretty simple. So thanks guys for hanging out today, and you know, if you guys like these Patreon only live streams, I'll try to do them a little bit more often. This is the first one, so because it's easier for me to interact with you guys when there's only like 10 or 12 of you guys in here instead of like 150. So I will talk to you guys next time, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.